Assalamu alaikum, this is Nabila Sekdar Toma welcoming you all to English news from BTV Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Police must work to revive people's trust, says Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus at inaugural session of Police Week 2025. Election Commission wants to allow voting rights to expatriates even if on limited scale, says Chief Election Commission AMM Nasiruddin. Everyone must work unitedly to institutionalize goals and objectives of democratic struggle, says National Consensus Commission Vice President Professor Ali Riaz. Terrible 29th of April 1991 today, marking 34th anniversary of devastating super cyclone recognized as one of deadliest tropical cyclones in recorded history. Liberal Party wins Canadian general election, Mark Carney on track to become Prime Minister. And Bangladesh led by 64 runs against Zimbabwe at end of second day of second and final test in Chattogram. Viewers, those were the headlines. Now moving on to the details. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus has asked police to revive people's trust in the force, saying that law enforcing agencies must have to play a significant role in holding a free and fair election. The Chief Advisor made the call while speaking at the inaugural session of Police Week 2025 at Rajabagh Police Auditorium today. Professor Yunus said the grassroots level police must work to achieve confidence of commoners and the government would provide all necessary support to this end. Referring to his several speeches that the next general election would be held between December this year and June 2026, he said the role of police is very important in holding the polls in fair and peaceful manner. The Chief Advisor said it is the responsibility to create an environment where people can vote freely. He asked police to show equal attitudes to all candidates during the polls. Professor Yunus said when the interim government assumed power in August last, the country's law enforcing agencies were in a fragile state. Distance between people and police was created. That was why the government took all necessary steps to improve the situation, he said. The Chief Advisor also urged the police to play a strong role in preventing violence against women, ensuring women from all classes and professions get support from police by calling to police hotline. The Chief Advisor said a police force was used as a partisan force during the disposed autocratic regime. All systems of the country were destroyed.
বাহিনীকে দলীয় বাহিনীতে পরিণত করায় সমস্ত ব্যবস্থা ধ্বংস হয়ে গিয়েছিল। স্বৈরাচারের অবৈধ অন্যায় আদেশ পালন করতে গিয়ে পুলিশ বাহিনী ব্যাপকভাবে জনরোষের মুখে পড়ে। অনেক সৎ পুলিশ সদস্যদেরও এই জন্য মাশুল দিতে হয়েছে। আমাদের সবচেয়ে বড় চ্যালেঞ্জ হলো বিগত 16 বছরে পুলিশ জনগণের মধ্যে যে দূরত্ব সৃষ্টি হয়েছে সেই দূরত্ব কমিয়ে আনা, পুলিশ বাহিনীর প্রতি মানুষের আস্থা ফিরিয়ে আনা। আমি বলবো এটা কঠিন না। একবার সে আন্তরিক পরিবেশ সৃষ্টি হলে এই বন্ধন অটুট থাকবে। মাঠ পর্যায় থেকে শুরু করে সকল স্তরে আইন শৃঙ্খলা বাহিনীকে জনগণের বিশ্বাস অর্জনের জন্য কাজ করতে হবে। এই কাজটা আপনাদেরকেই করতে হবে। আর সরকারের দিক থেকে যা যা প্রয়োজন তা বাস্তবায়ন করা আমাদের দায়িত্ব। আমরা সে দায়িত্ব গ্রহণ করছি। পুলিশের সংস্কারের লক্ষ্যে অন্তর্বর্তীকালীন সরকার উদ্যোগ নিয়েছে। তৃণমূল পর্যায়ে কর্মরত পুলিশ সদস্যদের কল্যাণে কয়েকটি বিষয়ে দ্রুত ব্যবস্থা নেওয়া হয়েছে। কখনো যেন পুলিশ বাহিনীকে দলীয় বাহিনী বা অন্যায় কাজে ব্যবহার না করা যায়, তার জন্য একটা সুষ্ঠু ও নিরপেক্ষ নির্বাচন অত্যন্ত জরুরি। নির্বাচনের আগের সময়টা অনেক কঠিন সময়। আপনাদের সজাগ দৃষ্টি রাখতে হবে পরাজিত শক্তি যেন কোনোভাবেই দেশকে অস্থিতিশীল না করতে পারে। আমি আগেও বলেছি, আবারও আপনাদেরকে নিয়ে স্মরণ করিয়ে দিচ্ছি সবাইকে। আমরা একটা যুদ্ধ অবস্থায় আছি। অশুভ চক্র আমাদের স্বপ্নকে, আমাদের ঐক্যকে ভেঙে দিতে সব শক্তি নিয়ে চেষ্টা করছে এবং চেষ্টা আরো কঠোরতর করবে। একে প্রতিহত করার জন্য আপনাদেরকে সব সময় সতর্ক থাকতে হবে, জাতিকে রক্ষা করার জন্য। আপনারা জানেন ইতিমধ্যে জাতির উদ্দেশ্যে দিয়ে একাধিক ভাষণে আমি বলেছি, চলতি বছরের ডিসেম্বর থেকে আগামী বছরের জুনের মধ্যে দেশে ত্রয়োদশ সংসদ নির্বাচন অনুষ্ঠিত হবে। সেই নির্বাচন যেন সুষ্ঠু ও শান্তিপূর্ণ উপায়ে অনুষ্ঠিত হয়, সেজন্য পুলিশ সদস্যদের ভূমিকা খুবই গুরুত্বপূর্ণ। নির্বাচনে সকল প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বী প্রার্থীর প্রতি সমান আচরণ ও ভোটাররা যাতে নির্ভয়ে নির্বিঘ্নে নিজেদের ভোটাধিকার প্রয়োগ করতে পারে, সেই পরিবেশ নিশ্চিত করা আপনাদের এবং আমাদের সর্বোচ্চ দায়িত্ব। ন্যায্যতার ভিত্তিতে গঠিত একটি বৈষম্যমুক্ত গণতান্ত্রিক বাংলাদেশ নির্মাণের স্বপ্ন দেখছি। আমরা দ্বিতীয় বাংলাদেশ গঠন করার স্বপ্ন দেখছি। জুলাই গণ অভ্যুত্থান আমাদের সেই সুযোগ করে দিয়েছে। এই সুযোগ যেন আমরা না হারাই। এই সুযোগ হারালে আমরা পরবর্তী প্রজন্মের কাছে চিরজীবনের জন্য দায়ী থাকব। বিশ্বের বুকে একটি শান্তিপূর্ণ সমৃদ্ধ দেশ হিসেবে বাংলাদেশ মাথা তুলে দাঁড়াচ্ছে এবং মাথা উঁচু করে রাখবে সবসময়। এই স্বপ্ন পূরণে আপনাদের ভূমিকা অনেক।
Home Advisor Lieutenant General retired Mohammad Jahangir Alam Chaudhary and IPG Baharul Alam spoke at the event. Constable Saima Islam Shorna and Assistant Superintendent of Police Al Assad spoke on behalf of the police members. Special Assistant to the Chief Advisor Mohammad Khuda Bakhsh Chaudhary and Senior Secretary of the Home Ministry Naseem Mulgani were present. Later, Chief Advisor distributed police awards among the winners. The first Hajj flight for the year carrying 398 Bangladeshi pilgrims has reached in Saudi Arabia. At 2:20 a.m. last night, the inaugural Hajj flight departed from Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport in Dhaka for Jeddah. This year's Hajj flight operation began with Saudi Arabia's national carrier Saudia. On the first day, a total of 10 flights are scheduled to transport 4,180 pilgrims to Saudi Arabia. This year, 87,100 Bangladeshi pilgrims are expected to perform Hajj in the holy city of Makkah. The Hajj flight will continue until May 31st. Depending on the sighting of the moon, the Hajj is likely to take place on June 5th. Chief Election Commissioner A.M. Nasiruddin said that the Election Commission wanted to allow voting rights to expatriates even if on a limited scale. He also urged political parties to share their opinions in this regard by 15th of May. Nasiruddin made the call today while speaking at a seminar on voting system development for expatriate Bangladeshis at the election building in the capital's Agargaon. Representatives from 21 political parties including BNP Jamaat and NCP participated in the seminar. The Chief Election Commissioner said that the voting method for expatriates must be determined by considering the socio-economic and the political realities as well as educational qualification of the voters. Ensuring transparency in the expatriate voting process, system design, technical feasibility, appropriate security measures and implementations were also discussed in the seminar. National Consensus Commission Vice President Professor Ali Riaz has said that everyone must work unitedly to institutionalize the goals and objectives of the democratic struggle. He made the remark this morning during a discussion between the National Consensus Commission and Revolutionary Worker Party of Bangladesh at the Parliament building. A 10-member delegation of Revolutionary Worker Party of Bangladesh led by its General Secretary Shafiqul Haq took part in the discussion. Dr. Ali Riaz said that though the unity of political and democratic forces along with the general people, they can move forward in building a new Bangladesh. Commission member Dr. Iftikhar Zaman, Dr. Badiul Alam Mujumdar, Safar Raj Hussain, Justice Muhammad Imdadul Haq, and Chief Advisor Special Assistant Munir Haider were present at the time. Today is terrible 29th of April, marking the 34th anniversary of the devastating super cyclone that struck the southeastern coast of Bangladesh in 1991, recognized as one of the deadliest tropical cyclones in the recorded history. The storm originated in the Bay of Bengal, causing a catastrophic storm surge of more than 20 feet high, inunding coastal areas and killing over 138,000 people. The majority of the fatalities occurred in the southeastern coastal belt of Bashkali Anwara, Chokuria, Pakhu, and Moheshkali. In addition to the immense human toll, the cyclone left over 10 million people homeless. Overall property and infrastructure damage was in billions of dollars. Even after 34 years, coastal communities in southern Chattogram and Cox's Bazar continue to bear the haunting memories of the cyclone. Meanwhile, Chattogram Press Club organized a photo exhibition in the memory of the horrifying and frightful moments of the devastating April 29 cyclone. Chattogram City Mayor Dr. Shahadad Hussain inaugurated the exhibition in front of the Press Club today. Citing April 29, 1991 was a terrible day for the greater Chattogram region, City Mayor said the humanitarian disaster that was caused by the cyclone was indescribable, and the memory of the bodies of hundreds of people killed in the cyclone in Bashkali, Anwara, Potanga, Katghor areas are unforgettable. At that time, Chattogram Press Club member Secretary Jahidul Karim Kochi, Chattogram Metropolitan Journalists Union General Secretary Saleh Noman, and other journalists were present. Later, the mayor visited the photo exhibition. Now, international news. Mark Carney's Liberal Party wins the Canadian election. In his victory speech, Carney tells supporters, President Trump is trying to break us so that America can own us. That will never ever happen. It remains too close to call whether he will secure the majority in Parliament or will have to rely on other parties to govern. Defeated Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre says hard lessons have been learned. The projected result is a stunning turnaround for the Liberal Party, which was languished in the polls just 3 months ago before Carney replaced Justin Trudeau as leader, and US President Trump upended relations and became the defining issue of the campaign. Amnesty International has said Israel is perpetrating a live stream genocide in Gaza, committing illegal acts with the specific intent of wiping out Palestinians. The human rights organization said in its annual report released on Monday, Israeli forces in Gaza have violated the United Nations Genocide Convention with acts that include causing serious bodily and mental harm to civilians and deliberately inflicting conditions of life calculated to bring about their physical destruction. Amnesty said Israel has repeatedly denied, obstructed, and failed to allow and facilitate humanitarian access to Gaza and invaded southern city of Rafah despite warning by international community and the International Court of Justice. Since 7th of October 2023, when Hamas perpetrated horrific crimes against Israeli citizens and captured more than 250 hostages, the world has been made audience to a live stream genocide. Amnesty's General Secretary Agnes Callamard said in the introduction of the report, Israel and its powerful allies, first among them the USA, claimed that or acted as if international law did not apply to them, Callamard said. Roman Catholic cardinals all meet in a secret conclave to elect the new leader of the global church starting from May 7th. The date was decided during a closed-door meetings of the cardinals at the Vatican, the first since the funeral of Pope Francis. Some 135 cardinals, all under the age of 80 and from across the world, are eligible to take part in the conclave and decide who should be the next leader of the 1.4 billion member church.